to film, dear. Only takes 2 seconds or less. We are filming. We're on, where are we on? What bridge?
We're on Interstate 10 over the Atchafalaya basin.
Okay, Interstate 10 in the state of Louisiana. I think we're still in Louisiana.
Yes.
It's called the Atchafalaya Basin. That's Atchafalaya, something like that. Atchafalaya. That's kind of a Cajun word pronunciation of, I don't know if that's French or Indian word.
French.
And this is the bridge. If you look over here, there's water.
There's a swamp down there.
I don't know if you can see down there, but over the side of that concrete, maybe my wife can get the water down there. You can see. I don't know if you can see the water, but
I think so. Alligator territory.
But there's that's swamps in this area, swamps and what they call bayous, which I think is a French word for swamp. Whatever, but some of this isn't totally swamp. It's like water, like big, huge lake type places. And then there's, I guess, some parts of this are man-made. They're called runoffs, water runoffs or something. But there's a lot of foliage here. There's a lot of trees and trucks. Yeah, this is man-made scenery. Big truck.
I think we're about 20 miles.
These bridges are very old, probably since the 1920s, maybe. It might have been built between 1900 and 1930. And they, men had to work to put the huge metal and concrete pillars down into the whatever's underneath the swamp here, so that they would stay and wouldn't move. And then they built these bridges with paved roads over them, and then 2 lanes and a nice nice big right shoulder over here. On this side you can drive on, and then there's a much thinner shoulder here that's you can't really drive on in a car.
No.
But so they're pretty wide bridges on both sides. This one's leading which way?
We're going west.
This way. This one's going west, and then this one over here across the way is going east.
Towards New Orleans.
Towards New Orleans, and ours is going towards Lafayette, Louisiana, which is on the way to Texas.
Oh, it looks like it must be in the right lane.
The traffic is really slow right now because I believe there's a crash up here.
Yeah.
And they also have road work going on at the same time. Generally it's 55 or 60 miles an hour on here.
On this, yeah. 70 on the...
So 55 for trucks, 60 for cars and other vehicles on the bridges because of crashes. If you have a crash and you're only going 60 miles an hour, it's going to be a lot less of a catastrophe than if you're going 70 or 75.
I wouldn't want to end up in the bayou.
Yeah, the faster the car's going, the more likely it's going to, if it hits something, it's liable to flip over the side here and wind up in the gator ponds.
Yes, swimming with the fishies in the alligator ponds.
I don't know if you can see the water or not, but down over the side of that concrete edge.
It's pretty murky.
I don't know if that's a big I guess that's part of the road, but that's just for construction workers
Crossover.
to cross over. And that's interesting. I didn't know they had a wood industry here in Louisiana, but
I didn't either.
they looks like
In Baton Rouge.
looks like somebody is delivering logs somewhere.
He
Don't
got
know
on
what
the-
they use those for.
Oh, he got on the interstate.
Maybe to
in
make-
Baton Rouge.
Maybe they make boards, or
Oh, it says Mississippi license plate.
it's a Mississippi. I can't tell what wood that is,
Me
but
neither. Kind of looks like pine trees to me, but I'm not sure.
a lot of this land, when they clear land, they cut down a lot of the trees and sell them, and then the rest of the foliage they grind up and turn it into mulch and burn it or sell it. Nothing's wasted.
Oh, not.
But up here we may see a crash with a cop car. We don't know.
And you know that tropical storm turned into a hurricane before it hit land? Hurricane Hannah.
Oh well, but we knew it wouldn't affect us at all. And it didn't.
Nope. Centerville, Mississippi.
It's a Peterbilt. Some of the bayou, the upper part of it, trees and vines everywhere, growing all over the trees.
Jungle.
Vines everywhere. I don't know what those vines are. That's grapevines or other kinds of vines. But there's the mile marker. And then there's all kinds of trees. There's a cypress tree. We have those in Texas. Willow trees. Looks like a willow. Big. That's a big willow. Some bunch of oak trees. There's a great big old crane tree. Cherry picker. Kind of cherry picker there. Not a cherry picker. That's a crane, I guess. Oak trees everywhere, more willow trees, cypress trees, and then you see it goes down into the bayou there in the back. That looks like land there. Yep, that's just land. But on the left of us here is water. But they do have land.
You see the accident or anything up there?
I don't see anything yet.
I can't tell what lane it's in.
It's probably been moved off to the side. There's another big old willow tree. That must be 100 feet tall. No, 70. Cypress trees growing right next to them. More willow trees, oak tree. No, that's a poplar or poplar tree maybe. I'm not sure. Big old tall tree. That's probably 70 feet. 50 to 70 feet. And then we've got trees way over here. A lot of these are oaks and cypress trees and willows and I think poplars or I can't remember all of the trees. But there are lots of oaks in Louisiana, so, and a lot of them grow for hundreds of years. There's cypress tree. That one's huge. That's got to be over 50 feet there. Goes way up. Willow trees everywhere. Another willow tree.
We used to have a willow tree in our backyard growing by the lake.
Very lush green plants. This is July the 25th, I think. So we're in the middle of the summer. And it's very humid down here where they have a lot of rainfall. So there's a lot of green. This is Louisiana, between Baton Rouge and Lafayette. It's Lafayette. That looks like a huge cypress tree there. It's one of the evergreens. It's huge. We have those in Texas, of course. And then we still have these trees over here to the left of us. There's a speed limit, like we were talking about. The trucks have their own speed limits here. I don't think they do that in Texas.
Well, they have it on this bridge because of the danger of
But I know
this bridge.
I've lived in other states where trucks had different speed limits, especially at night. I think in Arizona they did that. In Utah.
And
big old trucks and
bridge
stuff.
is like 30 miles long.
30-mile bridge. What's it called? Does it have a name or?
Atchafalaya Basin Bridge.
Well, it's I-10 going over the Atchafalaya Basin, B-A-S-I-N. All kinds of water, bayous, swamps, whatever you want to call it.
Gators.
More trees. Lots of green. The sky is blue. Although there's quite a bit of cloudage.
I remember the one time we were coming to Baton Rouge. We got stuck on the road somewhere, I think in Lake Charles, because of an alligator on the freeway on the interstate.
It was hit, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Somebody had run over an alligator and caused it to go off the road. It was dead.
Yes.
And on its back.
But like 7 feet long?
I don't know.
I
But
remember it was
pretty long. And very dead.
Yes.
Thankfully.
And it stopped the traffic.
I don't know if we took pictures of that or filmed
It was
that or not.
dark. We didn't realize what it was until we got right up on it.
So I don't know if we're ever going to see what happened. I don't know if you can see the water from here. I can see it looking down, but I don't know if the camera's capturing the water or not.
I sure could go for an ice cream cone right now.
Well, they don't have ice cream out in the swamp.
Nope. Here comes another police car flying by.
Here goes the cop. I don't even know if we got that or not.
State police. Oh, nobody got hurt. I was wondering if more police car would come. That's the only thing about driving between Houston and Baton Rouge or New Orleans. It's all the bridges you have to go over that are miles long over the swamp. I'd hate to have an accident or get stuck, break down on one of these.
So here we've been going probably less than 20 miles an hour, or less than 10 for over 15 minutes now. Some of the traffic problems that can occur. These bridges are hard to access. And there are lots of trucks and trucking loads and stuff that they are transporting all kinds of goods and products and possibly who knows what.
I wish an ice cream truck would go by.
My wife wants ice cream. She wants an ice cream truck to come by. You can see we haven't gone too many miles. I think 1 mile since the last time I filmed it. So I think we just went like 1 mile in 10 minutes or something, 15 minutes. Did you want to pull over to the right again? Or?
No.
We might be able to see more action that way.
This sign seems to be moving more consistent.
Actually, people are now pulling over to the right.
They are, okay. Well,
I just saw 4 cars. They're moving over to the right now. Why don't we stay on the left for a while and see what's going on? Oh, this is road work.
Road work?
Yeah, they have maybe there was a crash right by it. But there's an arrow sign up here. What? I don't suppose we could stay on the left, could we?
Nope, because it's blocked. I see it.
Well, honey, I know. I wanted to film.
Well...
And we can just pull over to the right after we film. Is that possible?
They have the roadblock right here.
Yeah, I know. I want to film that. But I can't.
You'll be able to see it right now. I'd be forced to get over here. You want me to hold it?
We'll just film it from this side then.
Actually, it's an accident.
I had a feeling. Yeah. But they're using the road work stuff.
Yeah.
To help
divert the traffic.
So this is what we were slowing down for because things were coming down into one lane. And it looks like some kind of work truck because they're doing road work on this bridge. They're helping divert traffic, and we have at least 2, maybe 3 vehicles that are in. And there's a poor lady over there that's shaking her head. And then we have more. And then we have Policia. So we got to, that was kind of short, but we got to see it. I'm not sure what's going on here. Lots of people stopping to watch, I guess. Some kind of camping up here. So that was our experience, and now we're back on the 60 mile an hour traffic again. And here I think you can see some water, river, part of the bayou.
Atchafalaya.
And then we got signs here at Atchafalaya. And we just went a mile in like less than a minute.
Yay.
So we're back to moving quickly. And then we have our wonderful speeders who think that because life has inconvenienced them, they need to make up the time by going 80 or 90 or 100 miles an hour. Like our wonderful Dodge that just went by. But I understand because sometimes going 60 miles an hour for 30 miles on a bridge is a little hard. Even for someone who obeys the speed limit like me. Here's some water.
Stop the traffic right after
That's
us.
the Atchafalaya River.
They must have stopped the traffic right after us because no one is coming right now behind us.
Well, they're trying to get an ambulance in here. Somebody must be injured because they had it looked like they had some kind of man was all dressed up like a fireman. I wonder if he was off duty and was trying to help. And see people parked down there. I don't know if you saw that, but there are certain parts of this bridge you can take the exits, and they go off, and you go underneath these bridges. In some areas it has, land,
And boat launches and
they
stuff
will
like
go
that.
down
Here you can see
and dock, and they will go into the Atchafalaya basin, the rivers and the bayou and the water, and they will fish and hunt and just have fun in the water there.
No swimming, no.
I guess there's no intentional swimming. There's another water. Lake Bijou. Bijou. Bigeaux. Bijou. I don't know if you can see all that water back there. Here's some lake. And there's some over here. And there's the sign showing where we're at. There's more of Lake Bijou.
And up that way, those are remnants of the hurricane as it moved westward to Texas. It was big enough that
Henderson Swamp is what this is, so we must have passed the Lake Bijou back there. And my wife was saying that she thinks these storm clouds are part of what was left of a hurricane. What was it, Hannah?
Hannah,
Hurricane Hannah must have become a hurricane for 5 minutes and then
hit land.
crashed into the land and turned into a tropical bump.
Thankfully, it wasn't any worse than that.
Well, Heavenly Father knew there were things that needed to be done. And hurricanes don't have any place causing trouble. We need to pray to the Lord to have mercy on us, and He will take care of us. Help us get through before things get worse. More of our bridge experience. And we see the speed limit is 60, which is better than 55 or 50. And this is the mile mark. Today the traffic's not too bad if it doesn't get stalled by a wreck or by people working on the roads, fixing things. Of course, the eternal road work never stops. As long as Janet and I have been married and been coming to and from Louisiana or living here, there's always been, what does it say? Road work next 14 miles. So far we haven't seen anybody except for that one work truck that they were using to divert traffic. And pretty soon after this area, the speed limit will probably go back up to 70, I think. Eventually, in the next 5 minutes or so. Some fields. Now we're off the bridge and we're on pretty much all dry land.
Yay. That always makes me feel better.
Yeah, it's a lot. I know how to swim, but I'm so heavy that it's hard for me to swim with my gut hanging like a anchor. Still lots of clouds and storm clouds left over from the it's hard to see those over there, but it's mostly just very, I think it's pretty much inert clouds. They're just not really raining much at all now. Just kind of dispersing. And there's the sign that tells you what we just came over. But if you want to take this exit, you can get down into the bayou. Lots of advertising there. What were you saying?
I wonder
There's the road work.
how close McDonald's is if we wanted an ice cream.
I wonder how close McDonald's is. Well, we can go check. I don't see a McDonald's.
It was on the
There's another cop.
sign.
More working vehicles for the road work.
Let's see if there's an ice cream cone.
So we're going to get off at exit 115. I think we just got off at. There's some of the places that are side of the road.
I saw McDonald's. Okay, to the left. 0.2 miles.
So we're going towards Henderson, Louisiana, by turning to the left here. Is that a roundabout?
Yeah.
Roundabout?
It is.
How interesting. Those are rare.
Yeah.
You're seeing one of the few U.S. roundabouts or roundabouts. Very interesting how this works.
Whew, I just drove up the curb.
That's okay. That's what it's there for. And that's on camera.
That's on camera.
My wife,
Ooh, I'm
if she
glad.
hadn't said anything, no one would have noticed because I don't think I was really filming down that low. But there's some of
another
the
roundabout.
there's some of the weather over there. That area over there might actually rain if it comes together and all kind of. If all those clouds come together and stay together for long enough, they'll weigh down and cause rain.
Yeah, I see an entrance over here.
And there's really dark clouds. There's that McDonald's we're gonna go get some ice cream at. So I do not, I'm not supported by McDonald's and I'm not advertising for them. I'm just stating the facts that we're going to a McDonald's.
And hoping to get an ice cream cone.
Yeah, a lot of McDonald's in the South, for some reason they don't like having to clean those machines, so they don't often use them.
And a lot of times they say, oh, the machine's out of order.
Yeah, but it's not. It's just not being used. But we won't talk about that too long. There's our wonderful storm in the background. A lot of cypress trees here.
It is dark.
Those are all cypress trees.
You just want an
Evergreens.
ice cream, right?
Well, I don't know what I want. What's this guy doing here?
Here we are.
Oh. I guess they're just leaving. Okay, we're at the McDonald's order place. What do they got?
Hot veg sundaes,
Can you pull forward? That's all they got?
ice cream. I have
They have shakes,
Shakes.
McFlurry, huh?
flurry.
Welcome me down. Can I get for you?
Yes, hi there. I would like a hot veg sundae, but I want extra hot veg, some on the bottom and some on the top, please.
All right.
And
What
let me see
flavors
what
do
my
they have
husband
for
wants.
shake?
All right, no problem.
Just chocolate?
Just chocolate. Yeah.
Get me a chocolate shake, please.
And then we'd also like a medium chocolate shake, please.
That's all they
A
got.
medium chocolate shake.
Yes, sir.
Anything else for you?
That's it. Thank you.
All right, you're welcome. 510.
Okay. Their machine's working. Yay.
They have ice cream, folks.
Miracle.
What kind of car is that?
That's a Saturn.
Wow, they don't make Saturns anymore,
No,
so
they're
there
out
you're
of
seeing
business.
an out of production car they don't make anymore. Saturn. Aura, A-U-R-A-X-R, whatever that means. So people that own Saturns have to take really good care of their vehicles because I don't know how many parts there are for them as far as body parts and
That
for
sounded
hoods, hoods and the metal part on the outside of the car that's hard to find stuff. So
Okay. How
and
you
so
doing
here we
today?
are paying our friends.
Good, thanks. Here you go. Thank you.
He's wearing his mask because we're not 6 feet apart.
Thank you. Have a good one. Thank you.
My beauty queen wife wearing her
My
PPE,
mouse.
personal protective equipment, that they're actually selling those in the store now. One unit in a little plastic bag for 69 to 99 cents each.
Yep.
So the price is coming down on masks quite considerably because I bought a 50